Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video in which I'm going to be sharing with you a number of beauty products that were made very popular by TikTok. I'm still fairly new to TikTok. I did create one. If you're interested in giving me a follow, I'll leave the link in the description box down below. But I just recently started watching more TikTok. It doesn't quite have my algorithm right yet. I'm still getting more of like silliness and funny videos, and the beauty videos are starting to come in now as well. So there's a few products that I wanted to share with you that are really popular, and I wanted to give you my opinion. I am wearing them on my face today, and I want to let you know my thoughts on whether or not I really think that they're worth the hype that they're getting. If you're new here, I'm Jody. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Hope you're going to enjoy this one, and if so, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up while you're watching, and consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy very low-key, fun makeup content like this one. Before we get into the video, I am working on this video with Luisa Jewelry once again, and I have a couple of other pieces that I want to share with you today. If you're not familiar with Luisa, they are a jewelry company. They are very focused on sustainability and ethical manufacturing practices. They do change up their designs very frequently, and the pieces that I have to share with you today are three of their newer ones. Firstly, I wanted to share with you the Helen earrings. As you can see, this has kind of like two loops. The top loop is an open loop, and then the other one is a closed loop. I think that they're really pretty, and I like the movement and the way that they catch the light. They're really pretty earrings. I also wanted to share with you the Aura bracelet. This is like a watch band bracelet. It's a link bracelet. I like that on the clasp closure they do have the Ana Luisa logo etched right there. It's really beautiful, and I also love that they included extra links. My wrists are rather small, so I didn't need to add any extra links for fit. So I'm wearing it just like this, and I really love it. I think it's really beautiful. I like that it doesn't catch on my arm hairs either, because sometimes when you wear bracelets like this, they do catch and they pull on your arm hairs, but that is not the case with this one at all. It's really comfortable, and I really enjoy the added sparkle. It's really pretty. In one of my other videos where I shared the Blend Bunny Surge palette and the Pimby Paint Me Chrome palette, I was wearing these earrings. These are called the Noor earrings, and I absolutely love these. Look at how fun they are. I'll insert a little clip so that you can see me wearing them, but they basically have like what appears to be a stud, but from it you have this dangly part, and I think it's a lot of fun. I really like earrings like this for when I'm wearing my hair up. I think I've mentioned to you guys that I think it adds a touch of femininity to your look. These are my latest additions to my Ana Luisa collection, and I am thrilled with all three of the pieces, so I wanted to go ahead and share those with you in case you wanted to take advantage of the promotion that they're having for Valentine's Day. They're having a buy one get one 40% off site-wide. Their pieces start at just $29, and it's a great time if you've been curious to try out the brand to pick up a little gift for yourself and a loved one for Valentine's Day or any occasion, really. In addition to the three pieces that I shared with you, they have a really pretty zodiac collection, which is a really nice way to personalize your gift as well. Definitely recommend that you check out their website, look around, and see if there's any pieces that interest you so that you can take advantage of their buy one get one 40% off promotion. Not only will you be investing in beautiful jewelry, but you'll also be supporting a company that is very committed to protecting our planet, as well as standing behind every single piece of jewelry that they carry. They do have a 1-year guarantee on all of their pieces, so you can purchase from them with confidence. Definitely recommend that you check them out. I will leave a link in my description box down below. And a big thank you to Ana Luisa and Lauren from the team at Ana Luisa for continuing to work with me and the absolutely lovely jewelry gifts. I really appreciate them. Now, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to be sharing clips of me applying the products throughout the video. You're going to see me in all stages of makeup application, so I'm going to try to go in the order in which I do my makeup. My foundation today is not my favorite foundation at all. My concealer was too dark, so just bear with me. Trust the process. I think the finished product turned out really nice. So just bear with me in that regard. So I started with my eyes. It's the way I usually start my makeup application because I like to be as messy as I want to be when I'm applying makeup on my eyes, especially if I'm doing bolder eyeshadow looks. That is not the case today. Today I was playing with these two shadows. These are the Iconic London and they are called the Glaze crayons, I believe. I have two shades. I've got the shade Volcanic and Champagne, and I did apply a little bit of an eyeshadow base because my eyelids tend to be a little oily, and sometimes when I apply cream or liquid products, they have a tendency to crease. These shadows are going insane on TikTok right now. They are impossible to find anywhere. I actually went in store at Sephora, so I was able to swatch a few shades and pick out the ones that I thought would interest me the most. So I have the shade Volcanic as well as the shade Champagne, and the whole idea behind this is that you have a chubby crayon, which is just like a cream crayon, similar to the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks, although these are a little bit chubbier. And then on the other side, you have a glitter topper, which is similar to the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadows. The way that I've seen these used on TikTok and also the way that the instructions call for them is that you're supposed to paint the crayon all over your eyelid, blend out the edges with a brush, and then you apply the glitter on top of it and blend it out with your fingertips, applying more as needed. I really think that the packaging of these products is absolutely beautiful. I'm really impressed with how they packaged it and the idea in general. It's not a new idea, as eye crayons and glitter toppers have been available for a long time, but it's really nice to have a two-in-one. These are more wearable shades, but the way that they're shown on TikTok is like they're so bright and glittery and bold, and honestly, I haven't found that to be the case. I do feel that the crayons are a little bit more dry of a formula than I would personally prefer, so I have to use a little bit more pressure to apply them, and I'm going to show you demos of how I apply it. Also, when it comes to blending it out, they dry almost instantly, which is a good thing, but it's a bad thing when it comes to blending it out. Because the colors are not so intense, there's not a lot of blending that's required, but I kind of wanted to bring that to your attention. And then when you put the glitter topper is really, really wet. You apply it and it looks opaque, but it's wet. You can feel it that it's wet. And as soon as you start tapping it out, a lot of it transfers back on your fingertip. And that's something that I noticed. I'm not getting anywhere near the shimmer intensity that is being shown on TikTok at all, like not at all. I think that the look is very pretty. I also don't think that it's anything that you can't achieve using traditional eyeshadows. I've played with these a bit, and I'm going to continue to play with them to see if I can find other ways of using them. Another thing that I noticed was that when applying to the lower lash line, it's a lot harder to draw right underneath because the pencil is so chubby. So I have used a brush to try to transfer the product, but again, because it dries so fast, it's harder to get the product to apply. So it really works better on the lid, in my opinion. And then you can always like smudge out an eyeliner on the lower lash line. But I do believe that the shadow stick is very long lasting, and I don't find that it creases, and the fact that it dries very, very quickly makes it very long lasting. But the opposite is true for the glitter part. It looks very beautiful and more intense in a swatch than it does in the eye. So this Volcanic one is a taupey brown, which is really beautiful, but there are like purple and pink micro shimmers there. And in my opinion, they just do not transfer to the eye. And as much as I start layering and layering and layering, after a while, it starts to pick up on itself. And then even if I let it dry in between coats, then it becomes a little bit heavy and you start to see the lines on my eyelids, which is not a look that I personally want. So these are still sold out all over the place. Me personally, if you haven't found them, I don't think you're missing out on anything special. I do want to recommend something very, very similar that in my opinion is better than these. And that product is going to be from Auric, and these are Auric Smoke Reflex. This is Samantha Ravndal's brand, and the packaging is a little bit different, but the idea is very, very similar. The shade I'm about to show you is in the shade Defiance, so it's a slightly different shade, but she does have different variations. And you have a cream shadow, which is in a pot, so you can pick up as much as you need, and it's a little bit more creamy, so you have more time to work on blending it out, in my opinion. And it's a lot easier to apply on the lower lash line with a brush. And then on the very top, you have a very sparkly topper. Now, because it is a cream product, as soon as you apply the topper on top, the shimmer is so beautiful, and I think that the final look is a lot more impactful and a lot more refined than the iconic London shadows. I believe that she has about 5 shades in her collection now. I have all 5 of them, and I think that they're absolutely beautiful. I really highly recommend you check these out. I don't dislike the iconic London, but I just really believe that the Smoke Reflex are far superior. The next product I applied was the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. This one broke the internet. I believe for a long time it was impossible to find anywhere. I picked mine up in the shade Blackest Black, and the claims of this product is that it has limitless length and full volume. So I've used the mascara a couple of times, and the things that I have found about it, there's a few things I like and a few things that I don't like. So first of all, I love that the wand is plastic bristles. I love a plastic bristle wand because I feel that it really combs through my lashes and gives me that separation that I personally prefer. The plastic bristles are not too long, and so they're not the type that are going to poke you accidentally. So if you have that issue with plastic bristle wands, still consider giving this one a shot, because I don't think that it's going to pose that challenge for you. They're very short bristles. I like that. I like the separation that I get because of the plastic bristles, and I love the lengthening effect. The one thing that I don't love is that when you build it up, if you put more than maybe 2 coats of mascara, the volumizing effect starts to clump the lashes a little bit. So in today's demo, I show you my lashes with first 1 coat and then 2 coats, but then I build it up more so that you can see what it looks like if I really try to build it up as much as possible. And while I think my lashes still look nice, I prefer the 2 coat application, which shows more lengthening and separation and avoids the clumpiness. I also think that it's the kind of mascara formula that starts out very wet, and after you've had it for a while, it dries down a little bit more. But because the wand is really flexible, right? It's really soft. I would love for this to be more firm, more structured, because once the formula dries down a bit and you're applying the mascara, it becomes a little harder to comb through your lashes. The wand just kind of bends and doesn't want to comb through. So I think a huge improvement to this mascara would be to make a stiffer wand, and I would like it a lot more. I do enjoy it. I think it's great. I think the price is fantastic, and I love the effect that it gives, but I wish that the wand was just a little bit more firm. But I do think that this is one that deserves the hype that it gets. Maybelline in general makes really excellent mascaras. Next, let's move on to primer, and the primer that I want to share with you today is by Touch in Sol. This is the Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet primer. Now, I have a larger one than I've seen on the Ulta website. This one is 1.76 ounces. The one that I see on the website for Ulta is 1.05 ounces. So if you purchase this, your packaging may look different than mine. I actually received this in a BoxyCharm, so I had it in my collection, and I figured why not try it. In general, I really enjoy Touch in Sol products. I have another product that I use as a primer from Touch in Sol. This is the Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm, and I love this. I use it as a primer, but it's really more like a moisturizer, and in my opinion, this is the most similar product to Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. A little bit goes a really long way. I even have a backup of this product because I love it so much. My skin is really dry, and when I'm wearing foundations that are a little more matte, like the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, this makes it look so great. It makes it glide over my skin beautifully, so I don't have too heavy of a layer. I love this primer. But today we're talking about this one, which is something completely different than what I prefer in my primers. So this one is supposed to be, I don't want to say more of a pore filling primer, but it is supposed to be more of a smoothing primer that's going to fill in any texture that you have and give you a smooth result. Again, my preference for primers are more on the hydration side, something to change the finish of my foundation to something more luminous and things like that. So this isn't something that was necessarily on my radar, but when I started seeing it, I was like, I own that, let me check it out. And it's such an interesting product. So when you open it up, it has a very jelly-like consistency. It's like a putty. It smells really good. So if you don't like fragrances in your products, you might not like this one, but It smells like some kind of fruity tropical drink maybe. And when you apply it, the consistency is really thick. Like, it made me so nervous that when I was going to apply it, that it was going to pill, especially because I felt I was using a lot more than I normally would on, again, my other primers that are a lot thinner, more hydrating. I applied a lot, and where I saw the biggest effect with this primer was on my forehead. And I'll show you in the demo about how it blurs my forehead. When you apply it, it feels very cold, so it's very comfortable. It's almost like energizing. And it really blurs without mattifying, without making your face look powdery, without making your skin look dry. It does say that it's supposed to smooth the skin texture and give you rich hydration as well. I can't say that I feel the hydration when I use it, but I definitely don't feel any dryness, which I usually do when I experiment with more pore-filling primers. This gave me Facetune on my forehead. It's incredible. Hopefully you can see it on the video, but I'm intentionally wearing a foundation today that I do not like, that doesn't generally play well with other primers, because I wanted to really show you what this primer can do. The way that my skin is looking today, which I think it looks pretty good, is 100% due to this, because the foundation I don't love. Really love the way that this applied on my forehead, on my marionette lines, over my nose. I applied it all over my face so that you can see it, but I never would have given this product really a second look, even though it was already in my collection, unless I had seen it on TikTok. So this one, it's really interesting. I don't have too many things that I can compare it to because, again, I tend to avoid those types of pore-filling primers. The closest thing I can say in terms of the effect is maybe the Tatcha Putty Primer, but that one I would never wear on its own. This is something that I would definitely apply all over my face, put some concealer, and call it done, because it gives me a blurring effect, which I personally need. So on the days that my skin is behaving really nicely and I don't feel I need foundation, something like this would kind of put me over the edge. Like, I think I like it. I like this one. So after priming, I did apply my foundation, a little bit of color corrector. I powdered the color corrector and I went on to contour. So this is the point where you see the two different shades that I get going on in my face. But I wanted to show you the Hollywood Contour Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, TikTok would like to think that it invented this product, but no. This product has been around and floating on YouTube for absolute years. I believe that this product is older than TikTok itself. It's an absolute fantastic product. I probably shared it on my channel about 4 or 5 years ago. It's something that I really love and enjoy. It's the easiest contour. I have mine in the shade Fair Medium. It does come in 2 shades. I do admit I'm not the biggest fan of the packaging because it's a squeezy tube. It has a twist top and then that sponge tip applicator. So basically you just squeeze a little bit of a product. When it starts to fill the sponge, you close it off and you apply it to the face. This has always been my holy grail contour product. There has been nothing that has performed as well or as easily as this product. You really cannot mess it up. I always recommend it to beginners because even though it looks really intimidating when you first paint it on, it blends out very easily. You can blend it out with a brush like I did today, but you can blend it out with a sponge. It just diffuses and it just looks seamless with your skin. Gives you a very nice shadow without being too stark gray like some contours tend to be. I love this product and I think it definitely deserves the hype that it's receiving, but TikTok did not discover this one. I think YouTube had the edge up on this and quite a few other products as well. So even though I demoed this product today, I did want to highlight another product that's been shared on TikTok as well that I discovered last year that I feel is a really similar effect to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. Now this is the KVD and it is their liquid gel contour. I have mine in the shade light medium neutral number 70. And what I like about this one is the packaging I prefer a little bit more, to be honest, because it has like a concealer doe foot type applicator. And I also like that it comes in a variety of shades. So I think this one is available in maybe about 5 shades. It blends out just as easily as the Charlotte Tilbury one. I do feel that the Charlotte Tilbury one has a little bit more pigmentation. Even though it's just as easy to blend, it leaves behind more pigmentation. So I think that the sculpt is a little nicer with the Charlotte Tilbury, but the KVD one is really, really nice as well. And so I just wanted to kind of bring that up right now. A similar product to the Charlotte Tilbury one is the Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. This one is a highlighter. I have mine in the shade Spotlight. You can see this one is not as used and abused as the contour wand. I haven't used this one as much, but it's the same deal. It's a sponge tip applicator, twist top, and this is a beautiful natural highlight. It's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't have a lot of base color, it doesn't have a lot of shimmer, and it blends just like an absolute dream. It's such a beautiful highlighter. If you want that lit from within glow, then you would absolutely love this highlighter. It's not the one I'm wearing today because I wanted to share a different one, but I did want to share that this one is also, in my opinion, absolutely worth the hype and also not discovered by TikTok at all. These two things have been floating around YouTube for years. There is a blush from the Charlotte Tilbury line as well. This one is new. I haven't used this one, so I can't speak to the quality, but this is also something that's getting a lot of hype on TikTok. It's the Beauty Light Wand, and I have the shade Pinkgasm. So here with this one, you can kind of see. I think I swatched this in a video, but I know that I haven't worn it, so I can't really speak to the quality of it just yet. But from the swatch, it blended just as well as the other ones. And because I have so much confidence in this one, I don't doubt for a second that the blush is going to be just as nice. So after I contoured, I applied bronzer, and then I moved on to highlight. So the highlight that I wanted to feature today is by Westman Atelier. It is the highlighter that I'm wearing today, and it looks amazing. I recently used this in a get ready with me trying new makeup or something like that video where I tried this for the first time, but it's actually been in my collection for quite a while. So this one is the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlight, and it's specifically in the shade Peau de Pêche. This is a heavy, heavy compact. That's what it looks like. Now, when I first used it, I was not impressed. I was confused as to whether it was a cream or a powder. I was trying to apply it with a brush, and it does apply well with a brush, but if you're using a brush for this one, you have to really swipe your brush quite a bit to pick up the product. Personally, I prefer a sponge. I feel that it picks up the perfect amount. It blends it beautifully. Today I applied it just with my fingertips. The warmth of your fingers really work magic with cream products. So I just dip my finger in and tap it, and this is the effect that you get. You can apply this highlighter over set foundation as well, so it works beautiful over powders. You don't have to worry about it lifting your foundation or anything like that. Similar to the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, it is very much a lip from within glow. It doesn't have a lot of base color either, and it just looks like your skin is just dewy and beautiful. So it has grown on me, and I like it a lot more. Do I like it $75 worth? That's a lot of money. The Charlotte Tilbury one, I believe, is about $38, so it's a little bit more affordable. The packaging is beautiful. Westman Atelier is a luxury brand. It does come with a little sleeve. Now, the people that I've seen use this on TikTok have a different sleeve. They have more of a cloth one. Mine is a pleather looking one. So like I said, this has been in my collection for some time, so I don't know if they used to use the pleather pouches first and now they're using the cloth ones, but in my opinion this one's a lot nicer. Little sleeping bag aside, it's the product that matters, and I think it's beautiful. But is it $75 beautiful? That's up to you. It's definitely a pretty product. After highlighter, I apply blush, and the blushes that I wanted to share with you today are these Dior. They are the Backstage Rosy Glow blushes, and I have both of them. They come in two different shades. I have the shade 001 Pink and 004 Coral. So that's what these look like. And these are also sold out absolutely everywhere. You can't find these on Sephora, but they are available on the Dior website. I did mention once that I purchased from the Dior website. Didn't have the best experience. Some products came broken. It took them forever to replace them. In the end, I never got the replacement package, and then it took them a while to issue a refund. So I had a really unpleasant experience shopping from Dior that time, but I did give them another shot, and I purchased these two blushes as well as an eyeshadow palette, and I never had an issue again. So maybe it was just a one-off thing with me. So with these blushes, I have to admit, these have been around YouTube again for a long time, before Kylie Jenner's makeup artist put it on Kylie Jenner, I think. because I had seen these for a long time on people who get pretty much all the new releases, and they do a lot of trying new makeup like Babs Beauty or Makeup by Cheryl, and they had shared these on their channels a long time ago. Now, the reason why I didn't personally invest in them, and right now my lights are kind of washing them out, I'll show you close up so that you can see them, but the colors are really kind of alarming. One looks like orange chalk, and then the other one looks like hot pink chalk. Again, they look really chalky. When you swatch them, they feel really chalky, and you really don't get the full benefit of what these blushes look like until you apply them to the skin. So in today's demo, I'm applying both of them, one to each side. On my right cheek, I use the pink, which is my personal favorite, and on my left cheek, I use the coral, and then I tried to even them out a little bit so that you can see the difference in color and maybe get an idea of the one that you feel will most suit your skin tone. I was really surprised that something this bright looking but also this chalky looking would even look great on my skin tone. But it's a luminous kind of natural finish. It gives you a really pretty glow, like the name suggests, rosy glow. And I think that it is different for every person. It kind of adapts to your own skin tone. And I've even seen people of color wear these blushes and love them as well. So it's kind of the type of thing that you really have to try it to really see if you like it. Swatches really give you zero indication of what these blushes are going to look like. I think they're really pretty blushes. Like I said, I do prefer the pink one. The outer packaging is kind of more reflective of what the inside looks like. So you can see the orange and the pink here. It's pretty much how the inside of it looks, but applied, it's an entirely different story. So hopefully seeing it on my skin tone gives you some idea. But with this, I would definitely say do your research and kind of get an idea of how it might look on you, or maybe try one before you commit to both. I think they're very pretty blushes. Do I think that they are the ultimate blushes? Not really. I mean, I like them. I'm glad that I have them. They're very pretty. They also layer nicely. They don't change the finish of my foundation in any way. I really like them. I'm glad that I have them. I don't know that they are the ultimate in blush formulas. Just me personally. After my blush application, I did apply buffing powder. So I do buff all over my face, and I use setting spray, and then I moved on to my lip product. And the one that I have to share with you today is by NYX, and this is the Shine Loud, and it says Born to Hustle. I'm not sure if that's the name of the product or the shade. I have a feeling that that's the name of the shade. It's called Shine Loud Born to Hustle by NYX. I'm not finding any other colors, so Born to Hustle may be the color. I will link all the exact products in the description box down below in case you're interested in checking any of these out for yourself. This is supposed to be a dupe for a Chanel lip product, and the premise of that is that you have a liquid lipstick that dries down and becomes not transfer proof, but it has a glossy finish. I haven't tried the Chanel product, although I did purchase one. I will try it out and compare it to this one in another video if you're interested in seeing that. But because these are the ones that I'm seeing on TikTok, I wanted to share this one in today's video. So on one side, you have a liquid lipstick, and I do like the applicator. It picks up just enough that you can do a complete application. It's like a bent doe foot applicator. And then on the other side, you've got a gloss, and the wand is a brush applicator, which is curious to me. I probably would have preferred a doe foot, but they're probably using the brush because of the nature of the product. So when you first apply the lipstick, it feels like a regular liquid lipstick, but it's a little bit sticky and it doesn't really seem to dry. Like when I first tried this, I let it sit and I was waiting to see if it was gonna dry, and it wasn't. It didn't want to dry. And so I went ahead and I applied the gloss over it to see the gloss finish, and after it's set, I wouldn't call it 100% transfer proof, because if you transfer, like if you kiss your arm, you don't see the color, okay? You're not seeing the color, but I do see the gloss. So I don't think that the gloss completely sets, and I've been wearing this lip product today for hours at this point, and I just wanted to say, like, when they say that it's transfer proof, it's the color that you're not seeing transfer. After a while of wearing the lip product, the glossiness does kind of fade away a little bit, and you are able to reapply the gloss and it's the same thing again. But if you want to reapply the color because you've been eating or whatever the case may be, it's really best if you remove the entire lip product and start all over again. Much like you would with a liquid lipstick. It always looks better if you just remove the entire thing and start all over again. I'm really impressed with it. I think the quality is really good, and this is why I went and I purchased the Chanel one, because I want to compare them and see how well they really did at the drugstore price point. The color is really pretty too. I think it goes really well with the combination of blushes that I put on today. It's a very pretty neutral pink kind of color. I believe that they have quite a number of shades in these. So this one is more pinky nude, but they have more brownie nudes and just a range of colors to choose from. These are really interesting, innovative products, and I'm really glad to see an option like this at the drugstore. It's not the same effect that you would have if you put on a liquid lipstick and then a gloss on top, because if you kiss your hand with that or somebody else, the color transfers. But in this situation, it's just a little bit of the gloss that transfers, and the longer that you're wearing the gloss, the less the gloss will actually transfer. Now, I don't find it super drying on the lips, but I don't find it super hydrating either. It gives you the effect of like a satin lipstick, and when fresh applied, of course, it's a little bit more glossy, but it doesn't wear like a satin lipstick. A satin lipstick is a lot more comfortable in my opinion, and when you press your lips together, you can kind of blend the color and kind of rehydrate your lips a little bit. With this, that is not the case. So when it sets, it kind of sets, and then even if you blend your lips together, it doesn't move the color around either. It's not sticky, it's not uncomfortable. Really interesting product. So this one I am intrigued. I would be open to trying out more, but I want to try out the Chanel one and see how Chanel did at the luxury price point. Especially now that Chanel's carried at Ulta. Did you guys see that? That is insane. I had 2 Ultas in my area here in Chicago that did have Chanel, but you weren't able to buy it online. If you wanted to buy Chanel at Ulta, you would have to go to the physical store. And there were only a few stores that had it. I guess they were piloting it or something, but now it's a free-for-all and everybody can buy it online, which is great. So with this product, I think it's really interesting and innovative. I feel that you can get a similar look with the combination of a satin lipstick and a gloss, but you're not going to get the same performance. So this one is really just making the color transfer proof, which it definitely is, at least in the shade that I own. So that's everything for this video. These are all the products that TikTok has been showing me lately. Let me know if you have seen others that are kind of catching your attention. I would be really excited to try more. There were definitely no duds amongst the different products that I tried, so the recommendations are working well. The only ones that I would say you can definitely do better elsewhere are these shadow sticks. I'm gonna keep playing with them, but $30, I don't know. I'm not sold, and I've been playing with them every which way, and I'm not getting the looks that I'm seeing on video. And that's where the disappointment lies, I guess. It's a pretty product. I like the way that it looks, but it doesn't look like that. And that's where I think I feel disappointed. I hope you did enjoy this style of video. I'm playing around with the different types of content on my channel, so definitely leave your ideas in the comment section down below if you'd like to see more like this, or what in particular you enjoy and what you would like to see more of here on my channel. I had a lot of fun with this one, and if you did as well, please give it a big thumbs up. I can't wait to read your comments and hear what makeup products TikTok has made you buy. A big thank you again to Ana Luisa for working with me on this video. I have enjoyed working with them throughout this long-term collaboration. I have enjoyed all the beautiful jewelry pieces, and I know that a lot of you have shared some of the ones that you have purchased and how much you're enjoying them as well. So a big thank you to Ana Luisa again, and a big thank you to you for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing really, really well, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon on my next one. Bye-bye.